Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. As we approach Shavuot, we know that the Parsha of Bamidbar always precedes the holiday of Shavuot. And one of the connections between the Torah portion of Bamidbar and the holiday of Shavuot is that when God gave the Ten Commandments, even though He was speaking to the entire nation, men, women, and children, He communicated the Ten Commandments in the singular. You see, in Hebrew, you could either say, I am the Lord, your God, Elokecha, which is individual, or you could say Elokechem, which is the way you speak to a group of people in the plural. Even though God was speaking to millions of Jews, He spoke to everyone individually. Everyone in the Ten Commandments is in the singular. You should observe the day of Shabbat. You should honor your father and mother. You should not steal. And our rabbis say that God was telling us that don't think that the commandments were given to the entire nation, but doesn't mean I have to be the one individually to do it. But God was saying, no, I expect you to do it. As you know the story, there was once this town that had exactly 10 men in it. And they had every day 3 minions, morning, afternoon, and evening. One day, an 11th man moved to town, and suddenly they couldn't get a minion. Because everyone said, oh, the other guy will show up. I don't have to come. That's human nature. The group will do it. The community will do it. No, says God, you individually have to keep the mitzvot because every single person matters and counts. And that's exactly the way the Torah portion of Bamidbar this week begins. God says to Moses, I want you to count every single Jew. Why count every single Jew? And what is the connection to Bamidbar? Because God's saying, I'm counting on you. I'm relying on you. Don't think someone else is going to do it. Every person has to play their part and their role in the performance of the mitzvot in order to fulfill God's plan. You know, the Lubavitcher Rebbe at the age of 84 started the custom of giving out dollars and blessings. He would ask you to give the dollar to charity, and he would give you a blessing. And thousands of people would line up every single Sunday. And sometimes they would have to wait for hours, men and women and children. And you would get your moment of a blessing and a dollar from the Rebbe. There was this elderly woman who was waiting online for hours. And when she came to the Rebbe to get her blessing, she was overwhelmed and she blurted out and said, Rebbe, I don't know how you stand on your feet all day at your age. I'm exhausted because I've been standing on my feet for hours. Because the Rebbe would not sit, he would stand. As someone once said to him, why don't you sit? And he said, if everyone else is standing, how can I sit? And so she says to the Rebbe, how do you manage to stand on your feet all day and not get tired? The Rebbe gave her a big smile and said, when you count diamonds, you don't get tired. The counting of the Jewish people before Shavuot is every single Jew is a diamond. And therefore, as we approach the holiday of Shavuot, let us find our beauty, our beautiful, radiant, good deeds that we could contribute to the Jewish people and, by extension, to the entire world. Have a wonderful day.